Cupcakes, how y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Welcome back to my channel. Okay, thank you for stopping by. Like, share, and subscribe. So I did these channel messages on September 16th, okay, 2025, and I did it at 6:07 p.m. on a Tuesday. Okay, so you guys could be Geminis, Virgos, Libras, Leos, Aquariuses. All right, y'all could have recently had a tower or some type of shocking change. Okay, some type of ending. It's 7:49 on my stove, so yeah, definitely some type of ending, some type of insight or realization of some sort. Okay, something about a perspective truth. So let's get into it. All right, this could be some type of. I told you, I thought this was the Hierophant. I'm about to say y'all could be learning some type of lessons or something, but yeah, y'all could have recently got some type of truth, some type of clarity, possibly about a masculine or some type of authoritative figure, and you had to look at something completely different when it came to this individual. Yeah, y'all could have learned some news that somebody had a passing, or they were sacrificed, or there was an ending or a stabbing of some sort. Yeah, some type of betrayal. Damn. Okay, so first card out is the Ace of Swords. Okay, 444 on the clock. Oh, that's what's up. 444 on my clock. Oh, that's the time. It's 444 and it's October 6th and it's Monday. Wow, that's dope. All right. So some type of truth and clarity. All right. Some form of truth and clarity. I hope you guys are having a great day. How are y'all enjoying the shutdown? How is oh, happy new moon. I feel like there's a lot of positive changes coming in, like great news. Yeah, look at that Empress on the bottom of the deck. What's on the bottom? Yeah, moon. So something could have been hidden. You could have been being hidden, or you could just be like laying low right now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's get into it. Let's just pull a couple of cards and see what this new moon, this full moon, actually, my bad, this full moon has in store for you. You definitely have some type of breakthrough when it comes to some type of new idea. Okay, this could just be you getting some type of mental clarity, having a lot of success with the things that you're doing and cultivating right now. Yeah, something new you starting. Oh my God, this is absolutely amazing sauce. Okay, this is amazing. You could even be realizing that somebody is just childish and you need to move the fuck away from them. They're so immature. Okay, somebody could be coming to try to apologize, but no, I feel like they're just trying to cause you some delays because they know you could be stepping into this energy. What's this back here? Yeah. Yeah. They're feeling left out. Or this could be a child too. You could be good news. I'm trying to tell you. It's like you intuitively know that you're getting some type of increase, upgrade, elevation, some type of, you know what I'm saying? This could even be heightened gifts. Your intuition could be heightening at this time. The messages that you could be receiving are like so refreshing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because maybe a lot was hidden. Maybe you just needed to go through some type of moon. Maybe you were feeling stuck and stagnant in a sense. Maybe you had to let some things go mentally, Maybe you were keeping yourself stuck in some type of illusion. All right? Let's go through it. What's this Ace of Swords? Yeah. 10 of Wands in the reverse. You could realize that this is all, like I've been telling you guys, you understanding like you are the creator of your own world. Whatever you allow to come in will dictate how certain things are going to play out for you, and you're no longer allowing that. It's giving main character, bitch. Okay? Always been main character, but maybe you forgot that you were the main character. Maybe you thought you were the supporting role or whatever the case may be, and it's like, no, bitch, no more. Okay, maybe you're just changing the way you think about certain things, how you feel about people or situations, or just making it a priority to, look your best, feel your best, and pay only things attention to what brings you clarity. You know what I'm saying? It's all about good attention, forward movement, or you could be you're no longer hiding yourself with this moon energy. You're popping out. You're letting yourself be seen. Okay, taking a leap of faith on yourself, standing in your truth, setting great boundaries. Okay, and unapologetic about it. All right, what's this Page of Cups? Y'all, I done bumped my damn nail. Yeah, you're into. I'm trying to tell you. Look at that. Highly intuitive, highly psychic, trusting yourself. Very intuitive, very psychic. You guys could be mediums. You could be seers, oracles, prophets. Okay, I mean highly, highly intuitive. You're very mysterious, very loving in nature. Okay, very tapped in. You could be mediums or whatever you subscribe to. You know, not everybody perceives certain things differently. And maybe you're realizing that you were always like this, but you were just sleeping on your own self. You know what I'm saying? Like the burdens that you thought were burdens or challenges were not. They were just stepping stones, or maybe the way you were looking at it or perceiving it, or keeping yourself in some type of fucking illusion that things are happening to you, not for your betterment of self. Okay? What's this Page of Wands? And I did get some messages, but okay, something about a watermelon. What's this Page of Wands? I'm going to tell y'all the messages after. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. Here comes a new opportunity. Oh my God. Somebody could love you too, and intuitively you could know and feel that this person is in love with you. Maybe somebody want to apologize. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe there was some lies being splurred and spewed about you, and that was the hiccup. That was the heavy burden. You know, somebody could have been burdened by what they thought was their truth, but in all actuality, it could have been a lie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 5 of Cups on the bottom. Somebody could be in a lot of regret, but now they might be listening to their intuition and being led and guided to come in and apologize. You know what I'm saying? Send you some type of message, or somebody could have got a message or decided to make some type of bold move, or will be, to bring you some type of offer or opportunity. This could be like a proposal. Maybe you're going to get a message that somebody proposed to somebody. Okay? And that's going to release you from something, because maybe you could have felt like you and whoever this was, or whatever this position was, or whatever this opportunity was, it wasn't for the betterment of self anyway. So it's like, you know, it's like you didn't fully desire it. And that's one of the channel messages anyway. It's like you didn't desire it enough to fully want it to be able to call it in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, look, somebody could regret how they treated you, or this is vice versa. Maybe you didn't appreciate something at the time or see the value, and now it's being taken away, and now you're in another situation, and it's like, damn, when I was over so-and-so, or when I was living there over here, it was, you know, it was bad, but it wasn't, you know, it was way better than this shit. Okay? Yeah, this could be a King of Pentacles who's in a lot of regret. Yeah, somebody could feel stuck and trapped and bound right now. I feel like somebody was really living in a fucking bubble to the point where they really truly believed, or this could be you, believed something that was absolutely false. They were in the wrong zone. Like, they were completely off, way out of left field, like calling on the play, like flag on the fucking play that this, you out of bound, nigga. So I don't know what this is or how this, you know, connects with you, but hopefully it will. So yeah. So let me go through some of these messages now. So something about watermelon, something about water on melons. Maybe you guys are doing like a detox. Something about the Mississippi River. You guys could be finding out some truth that those are sacred lands or sacred waters of some sort, and they try to make you feel like maybe they try to oppress you with certain things. Of course, we've seen it all, like with the whole occult or astrology or tarot. They make you, they demonize everything that, you know, is beneficial for you, to make you feel like you're doing something wrong, so you will shy away from it. But I know some of you guys could be looking into a lot of things. The number 15 could be significant. This could be a birthday. This could be days, months, weeks, years. The Walking Dead. Maybe you're realizing you guys are in separate realms, even though it's like running simultaneously, concurrent, because you could be in one place and the person next to you could be in another, and they could be going through turmoil, and you're just like, I cannot relate. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've heard and seen things, but the frequency that I'm in, it won't allow me to, you know what I'm saying, feel or operate in that space. So a lot of you are like cutting out the distractions and just, especially with every single thing that's going on. I'm telling you, like, I see everything that's going on, but I feel no type of way about it. Like, I don't feel good and I don't feel bad. Like, I'm just in the middle. I'm neutral when it comes to the whole fucking thing. I'm just like, you know what? Not my monkey, not my motherfucking circus. And I told y'all, everybody that voted for such individual will be the ones going through it. They're the ones who are on that vibrational wave. They're on the level. They're on that timeline. And you could live right next door to them. They are the ones who are going to be going through it the most, because remember, it's all about frequency. It's all about the vibration on what's going on around you. You could be, that's why sometimes you'll see something on the news and it'll hit you so much because you're like, oh my God. But then again, you'll see another instance with the same type of catastrophic energy, and it's like, well, damn, that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And it won't hit you as hard. So it's all about what your nervous system, like I was watching Yaya and she was saying something about the whole nervous system and the vibrations and shit like that, and I'm like, yo, that shit makes absolutely sense, because it all goes back to when I was telling you guys, but I don't think I posted that video, but it all goes back to when your loved one passes, and how your nervous system, it's like your mind, your brain and your heart, it registers with your nervous system to tell your body like, oh, we need to prepare to collaborate and merge with the energy that just passed. So it's like you grieve. It's like in that very moment, that's like the only thing you truly remember in the moment, is getting the call that your loved one passed, and then not remembering anything really in between, but then the burial or the cremation or whatever you choose to do. And then still even having like bits and pieces, you know what I'm saying? Not truly remembering how you felt. Not, people be like, oh, you don't remember when such died, how this one was acting? You're like, nah. But it's your body collaborating the new energy to merge with the ancestor that just passed. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you're having a death within yourself too. So you're going to be neutral. You're going to feel sad about it, but at a certain point in the whole process of, from the passing to the burial, there's like a little stage of limbo for everything to come into, like, for you to fully merge. You know what I'm saying? So you can grieve accordingly. And that's why after everything is said and done, you'll realize that you'll cry at certain points if you didn't initially cry, or you were all cried out, but then in other senses you'll have like little episodes throughout, because your body is back, in full configuration. So yeah, I feel like a lot of y'all are definitely seeing the separation or segregation, if you want to call it. Okay. Yeah, something about a lazy eye or something could be going on with your eye. Your eyes could be collaborating too. You could be having a lot of eye problems. Take your ass to the doctor if you need to, but if not, it could just be like a spiritual upgrade when it comes to your eyes. But somebody could have a lazy eye, or you could be seeing that a lot. You could be looking into people's eyes and seeing how dead they are, like how much of a demon time they are, like how deeply submerged in the bullshit they are, like how they are so conformed and just so conditioned and just like programmed. You know what I'm saying? Like they're walking fucking bots. But moving right along. Something about a product. You guys could have came across a product, and You could have came across a product and thought like, oh, that's the real thing. But then when you maybe you saw it again and then you realized that that didn't come from the first the initial sighting of the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like say I'm promoting body wash and I'm like, yeah, use my watermelon body wash from Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? It's only $15. You know, it'll clear away all the dead skin. But then you see the product again and then you're like, hold up. Did this bitch steal that bitch's product and trying to promote it like it's her? So it could be like a copycat energy going around. All right, that's ending. Okay, a lot of people is shifting through and seeing who is who and who the fuck is not. And I've been saying this though, so yeah. Twice, second time you're gonna realize that the original is not, yeah, the initial original, the one who you thought initially promoted the product first was actually the copycat. But they could be of a higher stature. They could have more money to be able to make it seem more realistic than the one who it originally came from. So this could be some online shit. Okay, this could be social media, socials, or, you know, but I mean, that's what everybody does. All the motherfuckers do that. They all steal the shit and try to make it their own to then come back and vomit the shit up as if, you know, they said it first. And it's so interesting because people always be like, why do you put the date and the time on it? So if you hear it again, you can come back and cross connect if you choose to do so. Because motherfuckers love to investigate. Motherfuckers love to run their fucking mouth, but don't know facts. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I always put the date and the time, and I hate doing my readings without the time, because I need for what I said to be docketed. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I work. I'm a Virgo. That's what we do. But yeah, somebody could have definitely underestimated you. Okay, they could have definitely judged a book by its cover. You might have not looked how you know, how they perceived you to be, or what they initially thought in their mind. But yeah, it's just like everybody's like, oh, you have a white name. And I'm like, no, I don't, bitch. I have my name. Okay. So when people, like when I used to go in for interviews, I know motherfuckers was taken aback because I'm coming in there a black girl. Like, the name is white, so how come you're black? You know, the disappointment, the disgust on their face. So you can see it. So you could be realizing who the fuck you are and how you've been sleeping on your damn self. You know what I'm saying? Or how you realizing how you really truly intimidate people. People might have shunned you or made you feel less than, but bitch, you are the real MVP. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are the fucking truth and you've always been there. And it could be even where people might have been scared to really approach you or fuck with you or really truly support you in a sense, but it's because they were low-key intimidated, or you could be intimidated. You could come off intimidated. You could be very mysterious. You know what I'm saying? Very intuitive. And people don't like that. They feel like you might be all digging up in their shit. You're going to be able to see their burdens. You're going to be able to see the struggle. And then you're going to be able to call them out on that shit. Like, bitch, you're lying. That's not true. Like, so, you know, you starting to understand the true power of who you are. Possibly your name. Okay? Something about incorporating your shadow into your everyday way of being instead of just shutting it down. As far as allowing your shadow to be seen or play instead of hiding it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if I don't know, but I've just been thinking lately, and I feel like your shadow is just all your past lives and all the things that you might want to do and you feel like, oh no, I can't do that, or that's not societal norms, or but it could just be your shadow, your past lives trying to incorporate or help you remember who the fuck you are. Like me and my shadow, we talk all day. My shadow be like, bitch, we gonna be lazy, or we're going to want to drink, or we're gonna want to do whatever extracurricular activity. But I'd be like, no, we're not doing any of that. I already told you I don't like how the body, the vessel feels once we do those type of things. So we not doing that no more, unless our shit is taken care of and we're in that, you know, frequency. But right now we have shit to do and we're gonna fucking do it. And then we might have some leisure time. But the whole drinking thing, scratch that out your mind, because we're not doing that. See what I'm saying? Talk to your shadow. And then sometimes you have to let your shadow breathe. You have to let her do what she want to do. You know, she want to be ratchet sometimes, let her be ratchet. Like, what I do is I'll take a picture. Like, I take pictures on TikTok, right? I'll put them on TikTok, and then I'll let the video, the you know, they say the YouTube will pick the video. YouTube, stop it, bitch, not YouTube, TikTok. TikTok will pick the song for you. So I would allow it to pick the song for me. And if you go on over there, it been some ratchet shit lately. It's been on some bad bitch type shit. So I don't know where that's coming from. I don't know if that's just what I'm exuding at the time. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So when they let you pick the song, like the vibration be it be actual. It be definitely fitting for the moment. Okay? So I feel like you guys are just like enjoying yourselves. Me, myself, and I type energy. You know? First name, nickname, and shadow name. Like, it's giving that type energy. All right, the number 77 could be significant. Okay, you guys could have been getting certain warnings not to do certain things, to avoid certain situations, and now you're starting to pick up on the sinks. You're not putting so much energy into outsourcing. You're really starting to cultivate a relationship with your shadow, because your shadow and your higher self is your best counsel. They're going to tell you what the fuck to do, and then you in the middle is going to be able to evaluate or merge the two in order for everybody, all parts of you wholeheartedly, to be able to be fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? So work it out. Okay. Yeah, you're realizing that we are all one. They just express themselves differently. Bitch, I can't make it up. I just said that. So yeah, it's crazy that I wrote it on and I didn't even before. Yeah, something about the hemisphere synchronizations. Okay. Meditate and while thinking about your goals, or something about the 4 to 7 hertz synchronicity syncs, or the frequency I meant to say, excuse me, the 4 to 7 hemi sync to be able to merge your goals and your desires to what it is you want. Something about an auto train. You guys could have recently took an auto train or looking into taking an auto train, because you might want to travel somewhere, but you realize that you're gonna have to get transportation and all that stuff, and you're like, bitch, only if I could just bring my car with me. You know what I'm saying? So y'all might want to look into that. I don't know if that was a concern for someone, and it's like, damn, I'm gonna be here for such a specific period of time, especially if some of you guys are like nomads and you live in your car and you don't want to pay for a hotel. You could just say like, damn, if I could just bring my house with me. You know what I'm saying? So some of y'all could be thinking about taking the auto train. So y'all could be in like Virginia or Florida or certain places, you know. And maybe you were even dating someone and they were like, oh, they could carry their cars to and from. And you're like, how, bitch? Doesn't that take weeks and shit? And you could have thought somebody was lying, and you come to find out maybe years later, like, yeah, being pessimistic or being in your own fucking way, or just over analyzing, or just keeping yourself in these stuck stuck like, damn, what's the word? Whatever. Y'all get what I'm saying. Y'all were just stuck in these different patterns or way of being, or thinking that this is how things are supposed to go in certain relationships. And you could have realized you ruined a lot of those relationships just because you wouldn't want to change your mindset, or you just automatically assume that you knew everything, or somebody else was lying, or, you know, just overbearing in a sense, in a way. Or this could be somebody else looking at this way about you. So you could just be reevaluating, but bitch, this is the time That's what I said, something about a perspective truth. So yeah, something about something about runner's diarrhea. Like y'all guys could be purging and cleansing and stuff, and y'all could run and exercise or jog, and you could have like pooped yourself on a trail or something like that. And maybe you're talking about that, or this could have recently happened, or if this did happen, this could be, you know, this could be a message for you. It says something about your desires want one thing, but it's like you have to make the desires want you as well. So you kind of like have to mirror the energy that you want. And it's so funny, I was sitting here and I was like, we tend to not trust ourselves enough to know that certain people we come into contact with are in our vibrational match, because you're going to attract what you are. And granted, sometimes you do attract lower vibrationals that you need to help in a certain sense, or just to be able to experience for the moment. But in all actuality, when you meet somebody that's like, you see a potential with, and I'm not talking about illusion, you're really on, like you guys can have a intellectual conversation, or this person is a whole vibe, or they're just like well-rounded, you tend to feel like, oh, this can't be real, this got to be a test. But you kind of attract what you know what I'm saying, you are in that very moment. So why is it that when we attract good people, we tend to fuck it up? Because there's some internal work that you need to do. And I feel like y'all in this period where y'all doing that shit, and y'all starting to see how, damn, you missed that blessing. You heard that little click on the door? You kind of missed that blessing because you overlooked that, or you didn't trust it. And it's because you didn't have enough trust in yourself to realize that that was a vibration you were in at the moment. That's what you cultivated in. And now you missed the opportunity, and then you started second guessing yourself, withdrew, sabotage your whole everything, and now you're sitting here like, why are my manifestations not coming in? This whole goes back to the whole thing with Job and the fish and all this shit, and not realizing, he's like, I sent you a boat, I sent you this, I sent you that, and you waiting for me, and I sent it, like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, sitting in an illusion that the help that was coming, or whatever was coming, was not in alignment with you. And no, you're waiting for something outside of yourself to, you know, be able to trust, like, okay, this is what I should be doing at this moment. So some of y'all could just be really looking into some shit, like getting the clarity and the truth. Like, you're not burdened, you're not stressed, there's nothing is against you. It's like, it's all how you were looking at it. You being in the vibration of trusting yourself enough to know, like, yes, I'm intuitive, I'm very spiritually guided, I have a lot of wisdom and knowledge, I have a lot of gems within to know, like, you know, what I'm putting out, that's what I'm calling in for myself. And here come the good news with the opportunity. This could have just been you purging, or going through different messages, or reading up on certain things, going through different books, looking at certain lessons, certain people who you might have come across could have taught you, and clearing out certain energies that no longer, or certain, you know, ideologies, or damn, I can't place the word right now, but y'all get what I'm saying. Okay, but like, share, and subscribe. Let's get some golden career oracles. What fell out? Yeah, trapped. Yeah, feeling like you were trapped, but you were actually being protected from certain things. Things had to unfold the way it would for you to get this new life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So let's see. Yeah. Expression. Maybe some of y'all are expressing yourself more, talking better to yourself, having better conversation, meditating, standing in your own power. Okay. I'm seeing the shedding in here with the snake. All right. I'm seeing the crown. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's, I don't know. I'm not sure what the crown is, but I feel like I think that's power position. But I'm seeing the mic in here. I'm seeing the influence card. Ooh, yeah, relationship. I cannot make it up. Yeah, something about divine timing, and this might be that good news. And it's like you're finally coming into alignment because you're realizing the fake from the real. You're realizing unconditional love and conditional love. You're realizing certain partnerships that you might have thought was love, you were deceiving yourself. It was actually a lesson, you know, for you to be able to be at this very point in time to have this relationship. Look at that. Yeah. You could have been studying and reading up on certain different books and shit like that. Yeah. All right, Spirit. Let me get one card to close out. Oh, bitch, relationship came out again. I cannot. Yeah, great match. So all the matches that you might have thought were solid, no. And now you're running into something or someone. Yeah, spiritual work. Maybe you could meet this person at work, or you're coming across them while you do your work. Yeah, look, illumination. It's time. I told you. Maybe some of you guys are a teacher with this education here, people skills. Maybe you need to teach people about soft skills. You know what I'm saying? All right, what else? Let me get like 2 more, Spirit. Okay, guidance. I told you. One fell over there, but look, the guidance. Yeah. Bitch, look at that. Courage. Look at that. So you're being the... Look, I told you I saw the crown. Power position. Yeah. This is what you're moving into after ending out, yeah, a lot of shit. And realizing that you're truly protected. Stop, like, taking risks with things that you know don't really truly serve you, okay? Now look at that. Influence and renewal. Yeah. I told you I seen the influence card, too. It's going to bring you a lot of success. So I feel like some of y'all could be realizing who the fuck you are. Maybe you're supposed to be being vocal. Maybe you used to shy away and try to, like I said with the shadow, hide yourself when you're supposed to be speaking up. But like I told y'all back in the day, I realized the reason why I be tripping over my words or whatever the case may be is because I was a good thinker. But I just didn't know how to express myself, because every time I did try to express myself when I was younger, either I was made fun of, or I was learned to be quiet, or, you know, your information wasn't important enough to be able to be heard. So you would have a lot of great ideas, but you wouldn't know how to cultivate them or bring them forth because you wouldn't know how to express yourself. See what I'm saying? So some of y'all could be learning soft people skills, bitch. Okay, come through. Yeah. Yeah, so now some of y'all could be working on your inner child. Having the courage and the bravery, yeah, to be able to, you know, be true, be more playful, let your hair down, go out and have a good time, be able to be goofy, be able to be funny, or, you know, not afraid to show the real raw you, no makeup, hair all fucked up, coal in your eye, you know what I'm saying, type energy. Yeah. And this is what Spirit has been guiding you to be authentic, be true, be yourself. Because you're going to attract someone who's a vibrational match and who's going to love you for just who you are. And you might have been overlooking somebody who is your vibrational match, because this tarot shit will have you fucked up. This tarot shit will have you thinking everybody doing a spell, everybody siphoning. Not everybody's into that shit. Trust me when I tell you. People might be doing it subconsciously and don't even realize it. You see what I'm saying? So you have to be very careful when you watch these things. You have to tarot responsibly, okay? That's why everybody give you the disclaimer. But I feel like if people are on here, you should know. And I'm sure I wasn't the first tarot video y'all came across. And maybe, granted, you have. But You have to know yourself before you start stepping into different rooms to be able to say, like, you know what's what. Because you could step into a room and there's a whole lot of shit going on in there. But if you don't have true discernment, you will miss the whole thing. And when your intuition or that gut telling you to get the fuck out of there, you're going to be caught up in a situation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got to know who you are, how your own magic is. And there's a lot of motherfuckers out here trying to save face now because they ain't really who the fuck they said they are. And yeah, these spiritual workers, and they are all being fucking called out at this time. Yeah. You could have been back and forth with your gifts up and down, not really knowing what was what, you know? Yeah, or maybe you are the helping hand to guide people to be more independent. Okay? Yeah, you could connect with certain people, but you still have to do the work and be strategic when you do the shit. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody you can trust, not everybody you can outsource to, not everybody you can trust with your, you know what I'm saying, your own, with your most prized possession, which is yourself. Much less your loved ones or your kids. You're not going to just unlock your door in the hood and be like, oh, my door's open. No, you're going to want to protect yourself. You're going to put your blinds down when the sun go down. You're going to lock your front door. You're going to put your alarm on. You're going to, you know what I'm saying? Same thing when you're in a relationship. You're not just going to randomly bust it wide open. I mean, some of y'all be doing that, but you know, you're going to put a condom on. You're going to want to get screenings. You're going to do certain measures to make sure you are fully protected. But if you know who you are and you sat with yourself, your shadow, because your shadow ain't going to want nothing bad to happen to you, because if it happened to you, it's happening to the shadow too. Confirmation, okay? So, of course, you're going to have discernment to be like, let's think about this. And you and your shadow could have a conversation. Like, all right, now, let's think about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're always going to be guided to what it is you need to be guided to. Whether this is business partners, whether this is in love, just communicating with certain people to be able to work together. You know what I'm saying? Making choices with extreme care. You're definitely being guided. The divine is definitely showing you the way to go. But they need you to be brave. Okay, have the courage to do this, have the confidence to do this, and do this shit and have fun with it. Don't be so uptight. Don't be so, you know what I'm saying, overbearing. But last card to close out, I call back all my energy, call back all the energy of everyone in my home, call back the collective's home, collective's home, call back the collective's energy, purified and cleansed, close out, close out, close out. Yeah, real passion and moving up. I'm trying to tell you, yeah, this was just for a short period of time for you to be able to make certain things work or make it work for you, okay? All right, last card, influence fell out. Yeah, let's see what it says. Use your influence for change. You may go public speaking. You may do public speaking, social videos, or interviews. Your voice and opinions are important. And this is what I said. Didn't I just say that? And I'm going to leave it there, collective. Y'all have a great day. Like, share, and subscribe. Big up on yourself. Happy new moon. So this full moon is bringing you out of the shadows and being able to truly step into your true form. Okay? Toodles. Have a great